Good morning, good day, good night, whenever you're watching this, my girls and boys, my book besties, my book girlies and book boilies. Today I'm going to be talking about two of my favorite things in the world, which are books and Taylor Swift. So we're going to combine them, and I'm going to be giving you guys book recs based on Taylor Swift songs. I have my notes. You can't see this yet. I have my notes. I have my playlist. We will be talking about that today. I have a couple series, a couple books. I feel like I have 7 books in all, if you don't count the series. And we are going to get right into it because I am so excited for this. These are probably my favorite videos to watch, like songs, book recs based on like specific songs. I love this stuff. So let's get right into it. Okay, so first I have the Powerless trilogy. If you have not heard about this trilogy yet, what are you doing? Because it's all over TikTok. But either way, it is really good. I gave the first 2 books 5 stars. I still haven't read this one yet because it just came out yesterday. Okay? Give me some time. But this follows Kai and Peyton. I'm going to put this down. This follows Kai and Peyton, and they live in the kingdom of Ilya, where there is elites and ordinaries. And Peyton is an ordinary pretending to be an elite. And Kai is an elite, and he's actually the enforcer. So his job is literally to kill ordinaries. Either way, she finds herself in these trials, and she has to fight ordinaries. She has to fight elites. She has to fight elites while being an ordinary. So they kind of connect there, and then the story just goes from there. This book ended on such a cliffhanger that I don't understand how they're gonna end up together. Like, I don't know. Anyways, for that book, for the first book specifically, but for the whole series, the song I chose is The Great War. The Great War, okay? Specifically these lyrics. My hand was the one you reached for all throughout the Great War. Because in the trials, like, they're always just finding each other. Even when they're supposed to hate each other and they're supposed to be fighting each other, they like hold each other up, and they're just there for each other. That's all I can say because I can't really say too much. I actually have a whole playlist for that series specifically. I'm just gonna tell you a couple songs. I am not gonna bombard you with too many songs overall for the whole trilogy, though, The Great War. But I do have, let's see, let me give you other songs that I got on here. So obviously my first one is The Great War. I have Can't Catch Me Now by Olivia Rodrigo. Who's Afraid of Little Old Me? The Way I Loved You. I Don't Want to Live Forever. Right Where You Left Me. Safe and Sound. Don't Blame Me. You're on Your Own, Kid. Favorite Crime by Olivia Rodrigo. I Love You, I'm Sorry by Gracie Abrams. The Night We Met. Castles Crumbling. The Archer. Haunted. Wildest Dreams. Exile. False God. Midnight Rain. Say Don't Go. Okay, I'm gonna stop. But yeah, that's for that book. I have a whole playlist. I can link that below if you are interested. But yes, that is for The Great War for the Powerless trilogy. Next, we have a standalone by the queen herself, Emily Henry, People We Meet on Vacation. This is my second favorite Emily Henry book. My first favorite book is Funny Story, but the whole time I was reading this book, I kept thinking about You're in Love by Taylor Swift because it's a friends to lovers situation here. It follows Poppy and Alex, and every year they take a vacation, and they hadn't taken a vacation for a couple years. And it kind of goes to timelines, like something that happened in a past vacation and in the present. And it just follows them. But specifically the lyrics that remind me of this book are, one night he wakes, strange look on his face, pauses, then says, you're my best friend, and you knew. I'm gonna stop singing. But this whole book is You're in Love, but specifically that part, because they're like best friends, and he's down bad for her. Like, you just know that man is down bad. She walks him like a dog. Well, I think she does. But yes, so for People We Meet on Vacation, we have You're in Love. I feel like you know where I'm going with these next 2 books. Is It Over Now? Is It Over Now by Taylor Swift. Obviously, because this is a Taylor Swift book recs video. These lyrics. You dream of my mouth before it called you a lying traitor. You search in every model's bed for something greater. To the T. To the T is these books. I'm not holding them in order. If you don't know about Magnolia Parks, I don't know how you don't know, but it follows BJ and Magnolia, who have a lot of history. There's a lot of toxicity. There's a lot of tropes that, you know, we don't normally like in books. But this has drama written all over it. Think like One Tree Hill, The Vampire Diaries, Gossip Girl, you know, like teenage drama. That's what this is. Okay, that's what this is. It follows BJ Magnolia mainly, but also their friend group. And there's other books. There's the Daisy Hates books. I ate every single book up. Every single book up. I think about them every day. I think about them every day. Every day. Every day. Okay? I love Magnolia. She's so real. She feels so real. Every character in this book feels real because they're just imperfect. They feel like regular people. It's just so realistic to me. And Jessa knows how to write. She writes so beautiful. The way she describes simple things, the way she describes the love between BJ and Magnolia, the resentment, the anger, so real, so relatable. Is it over now? But again, like with Powerless, I have a whole playlist for the series as well. Let me find it because it should be in my recents because I listen to this all the time. Yep, it's right here. This is the cover. How many loves do you get in a lifetime? So the first song I had before I read the second book was Come Back Be Here. But Is It Over Now is my number one. Come Back Be Here. Slut, Now That We Don't Talk. Get Him Back by Olivia Rodrigo. Cornelia Street, This Is Me Trying. Red, Death by a Thousand Cuts. Bad Idea, Right? The One. Emails I Can't Send. Feels Like by Gracie Abrams. I Wish You Would. I Miss You, I'm Sorry, Gracie Abrams. To Ghost by Harry Styles. Oh, I forgot about that one. Need You Now by Lady A. I don't want to say that one because that's for another series I'm saving. So Long London. My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys. I don't think I should speak more on that because I think that those songs should be enough to tell you to go read this series right now. Actually, when you read this series, come back to this video and thank me. Okay, so I know that I've been mainly recommending romance, but I have a contemporary fiction series right here. This is honestly probably my favorite series of all time because it's just, man, this series got every emotion out of me that you can think of. Relief, sadness, anger, every single emotion. I had the time of my life reading this series. I'm not really a crier. Like, I don't really cry with books. I get sad and like I have like, you know, that heaviness in my chest, like that reaction, but I don't cry that often. And with this book, well, the last two specifically, I shed a tear too. And this whole series, the first one is Beartown, then it's Us Against You, and then it's The Winners. This one is thick. She a little thick. I actually borrowed these first two from my library, and then when I finished Us Against You, it was an immediate 5-star. So then I was like, yeah, the last book needs to be annotated. I need to buy these books. I'm actually gonna go back and reread these soon and annotate them. The quotes in here are just so amazing. He has this way of writing that is just beautiful. Like, I never in my life have read an author that writes like him. I adore his writing. I want to read all his books, all of them, because he's able to write every single point of view, the children, the adults, like everybody, in a way that you can relate to. I think you can relate to every single one, honestly. And me, like, I'm a parent, but I'm also like, you know, in my 20s. So I feel like I could relate a lot to the, you know, the younger characters as well as the parents. And I just felt so seen. Like, there's a specific situation in the first book that he handled with such care. Like, the thoughts of the characters. Like, I just feel like he did this story justice. And if you don't know, Beartown is about a little town in the forest. It's called Beartown. And it revolves around hockey. Like, the whole town revolves around hockey, whether the team is doing well or not. It affects the economy. It affects everything. Like, hockey is everything to them. It is their happiness. It's their livelihood. It's everything. So something happens in this town that will affect hockey. And it just kind of shows how the town handles it. And then the next stories, they go on to continue the story from the event on that first book. And from the first book, he kind of gives you he foreshadows to what's going to happen to certain characters. So you kind of know what's going to happen, but you don't know exactly how. So it just kept me going, kept me reading. But for this whole series, the song I chose is My Tears Ricochet. Yeah. And the lyrics I chose are, and I can go anywhere I want, just not home. And that's specifically to 2 characters in this book, because this is multiple point of views. It pretty much follows all the point of views from people in the town. And you see new point of views as you go on. You meet new people and you get their point of views as the books go on. Yeah. So My Tears Ricochet, specifically for 2 characters. And then I also made a playlist for this series because I could not stop thinking about it, you guys. Like, this series has my heart. I think about these characters all the time. One of the characters in this series is probably my favorite character of all time. The songs I have on this playlist are My Tears Ricochet, which is, like I said, my number 1 for the series. Fast Boat by Zach Bryan. This Is Me Trying. Right Where You Left Me. You're Gonna Go Far by Noah Kahan. Bigger Than the Whole Sky. Call Your Mom by Noah Kahan. You're On Your Own Kid, Matilda by Harry Styles. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. Just like remembering this. Little Freak, Harry Styles. Would've, Could've, Should've, Taylor Swift. I Know the End. Fine Line, Harry Styles. Wildflower, Billie Eilish. Clean, Taylor Swift. Dial Drunk by Noah Kahan and Post Malone. The Grudge by Olivia Rodrigo. And The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. This playlist will follow like certain events that happen throughout the books. I'm not going to speak on it because, like I said, it is a series, and if I speak on the second book, it might spoil something from the first book. So that's all I'm going to say. Go read this, grab some tissues, and bring a highlighter because you're going to need to annotate this. Okay, let's move on before I actually start crying. Next, I have The Favorites by Lane Fargo. This was actually a recent read for me. I just read it last month, actually. It was 5 stars. And the whole time I was reading this book, I kept replaying The Last Time by Taylor Swift. Specifically, these lyrics. And all the times I let you in just for you to go again. Disappear when you come back. Everything is better. That just explains their relationship. This follows Katarina. In Spanish, Katarina. Because I'm a bilingual queen, okay? And Heath. So she is a figure skater who... This girl is the strongest female lead I've ever read. She will do anything to make it to the Olympics and win. Anything. She has her mind set, okay? And she's going to do it. She's gonna do it no matter what. And it follows Heath. He is like, they're like best friends when they're younger. And he's her figure skating partner. And it follows their story. There's so much toxicity. Think Magnolia Parks and Daisy Jones and the Six in one book. Think about that. It's told in like Katarina's point of view, but it's also told in interview style. So it's very interesting because in the interview you will get like, they will say something and then like you're like, what happened? And you'll just like keep reading. Oh my god, I just looked at a quote. Let me find you guys a quote, actually. Let me find you guys a quote to convince you to read this. Okay, here's one. Imagine being so down bad. Pause. Imagine being down so bad you'd master a whole Olympic sport to spend time with someone. I annotated this book as well. Oh my gosh, this is such a good quote. His love for me hadn't been motivation enough to reach his full potential. His hatred, though, that made him capable of anything. Okay, one more. I swear, just one more. Let me find something out of context that won't spoil anything. Let's go back. Let's go back to the beginning. Maybe there's a quote in here that I highlighted that might describe. Okay, this describes their relationship. We used to joke they were going to die in each other's arms or kill each other with their bare hands. Nothing in between. Again, I also made a playlist for this book because I could not stop thinking about it. Obviously, The Last Time is the first song in that playlist. Let me. At this point, I'm just going to link my Spotify and you guys can go find the playlists. The favorites. The Last Time, Cardigan, The Way I Loved You, Two Ghosts by Harry Styles, Exile, Mr. Perfectly Fine, Fool's Gold by One Direction, Taken, One Direction, Midnight Rain. Oh, Midnight Rain is just so good for this book. Champagne Problems, You're Losing Me, I Wish You Would, Slut. Oh my god, this is such a good song. Oh, sorry. Nothing New, The Lucky One, The Alchemy, Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish, Die For You by The Weeknd and Ariana Grande, I Don't Want to Live Forever, Zayn and Taylor Swift, I'm Gonna Get You Back, The Heart Wants What It Wants by Selena Gomez, Kill Bill by SZA. This one I added a lot of songs that I wouldn't normally listen to, but they just reminded me so much of the book that I had to add them on there. So yeah, The Last Time for the favorites. You know what? I was gonna say something, but you know what? I'm gonna let you get to that part of the book. So now we have gotten to the point that I'm going to be talking about my favorite Taylor Swift song ever, which is All Too Well 10-minute version. Red is my favorite Taylor Swift album. I have two books for this song. The first one I don't have with me because I read on my Kindle, but it's A Love Letter to Whiskey. Yes. It follows Bex and Jamie. They meet and they're friends, and their timing is just never quite right. And it just follows their journey. Very, 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 very long journey. You get so annoyed with them, you just want to throw the book or your Kindle against the wall because you're like, get it together. But at the end of it, you read it and you're like, wow, it pissed me off, but it really gave me emotion. So like, I had a good time, you know? So that's all I'm gonna say about that. There's a lot of tropes in here that people don't normally like, which I understand. And I read the 5th anniversary edition, which has like the first part of the book is like her point of view, like all the events in her point of view, but then the last part is his point of view. But you are like, it's kind of repetitive because you already read her version of it and you kind of just get his version of it. It kind of redeems him a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But the lyrics that I have for the specific lyrics from All Too Well that I have for this book are, we were always skipping town and I was thinking on the drive down, he's gonna say it's love, you never called it what it was. And I feel like that explains the beginning of their relationship. But like, to me, All Too Well is a song about like a relationship that's like all consuming, like tragic, like it makes you feel everything, like it's good but it's also bad. I don't even know how to explain it, but that's what All Too Well means to me. It's just very passionate. And that's what this book felt like to me. Like they had undeniable passion, but they just could never get it right. Okay, they could never get it right. And now we're gonna be talking about my last book, which is also for All Too Well, which is Normal People. I know a lot of people don't like Normal People because it's not really a romance, I think. And I think people go into the book thinking that it's a romance, but I kind of knew that it wasn't gonna be like a full-on romance. It's not gonna be told like like a regular romance. Like I knew that going into it, so I was able to like enjoy it and look past a lot of things. For a long time I was like, man, I have not read a book that reminds me of All Too Well. And then I went back and opened up this book, and I realized like normal people is so All Too Well. Specifically these lyrics. And there we are again when nobody had to know. You kept me like a secret, but I kept you like an oath. Sacred prayer, and we'd swear to remember it all too well. Yeah, that's Marianne and Connell. So Marianne and Connell, they grew up in the same small town. Okay, I read this a long time ago. Connell was very liked in high school. Marianne was not. She was very quiet. And they started like this relationship, a secret relationship. And that's why it reminds me so much of All Too Well, because she talks a lot about how like she feels like he's ashamed of her. And he kept their love hidden. So honestly, the entire song is pretty much this book. But man, look at this. Listen to this quote. I never feel lonely when I'm with you. That's the only part of himself he wants to protect, the part that exists inside her. And there's a quote in here too where he says, I'm not a religious person, but I think God made you for me. This is another quote. It's not like this with other people. Well, I like you a lot more than other people. Stop. Also, there's a show for this on Hulu. The show, amazing. Hands down, amazing show. I loved it so much. I loved the book. I loved everything. And I can't believe I didn't notice it sooner when I read this, that this was All Too Well. I should have known. I should have known. I'm going to put this down. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. I have so many video ideas. I can make this a series. All I do is listen to Taylor Swift. That's all I do. Listen to Taylor Swift and read. So if you would like to see more Taylor Swift songs as book recs, let me know. I would love to give you some more. Okay? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.